My name is Cleo. I'm 25 years old with short blonde hair that's seen more shades of platinum than a Parisian runway. Each shade tells a story, a chapter of my life that's as varied and complex as the colors themselves. My icy blue eyes, people say, can cut through steel. They're not just a striking feature, they're a tool, a weapon in their own right. They've seen a lot, that's for sure. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the quiet alleys of Prague, these eyes have witnessed the world's hidden truths, more than most people could ever imagine, the secrets, the lies, the untold stories that shape our reality. I work for a secret organization. It's not just any organization. It's one that operates beyond the reach of governments and laws. We don't have a name, at least not one the public knows. We're the invisible hand that guides the course of history. We operate in the shadows, pulling the strings of global events. Our influence is felt but never seen. We influence elections, orchestrate coups, and silence anyone who dares to get in our way. Our reach is vast, our power immense. I was recruited young, molded into the perfect weapon. They saw potential in me, a raw talent that could be honed and sharpened. I excelled in everything: combat, linguistics, espionage. Each skill was a piece of the puzzle, a step towards becoming the ultimate operative. They called me a natural, a prodigy. I absorbed knowledge like a sponge, eager to prove myself. I believed them. I was proud. Pride was my fuel, my driving force. For years, I followed orders without question. Each mission was a test, a challenge I was determined to conquer. I was a ghost, a phantom, a whisper in the dark. My existence was a secret, my actions unseen. I brought down targets with ruthless efficiency, believing I was serving a greater good. Then, everything changed. A single mission, a moment of clarity, made me question everything I had ever known. The lines between right and wrong blurred, and I found myself at a crossroads, facing a choice that would redefine my life. The agency. It's not a place, it's an idea, an insidious network of power and influence, weaving its tendrils into every corner of the globe. No government controls us. We answer to no one, or so we thought. We exist in the spaces between lines, the whispers behind closed doors. We operate with impunity, our actions cloaked in layers of secrecy and misinformation. Governments deny our existence. The media dismisses us as conspiracy theories. Our reach is vast, our resources limitless. We have infiltrated every level of society, governments, corporations, even religious institutions. We are the puppet masters, pulling the strings, shaping the world in our own image. But every shadow, no matter how long, eventually meets the light. There was a mission that seemed like any other, shrouded in the usual secrecy and urgency. A routine operation, they said. Just another day at the office for us. The elite, the unseen protectors of national security. Eliminate the target, a journalist sniffing around a sensitive case. He was getting too close to something they didn't want the world to know. I was the best, the most ruthless, the one they called when failure was not an option. The perfect weapon, honed and precise, the perfect weapon. But something was different this time. This mission felt off. There was a nagging feeling I couldn't shake. This target, he wasn't a terrorist, a warlord, a threat to national security. He was just a man, an ordinary man, trying to expose the truth. He was just a man trying to expose the truth. A truth that perhaps needed to be told. A truth that could change everything. And the truth, I was starting to realize, was a dangerous thing. It was a weapon in its own right, capable of toppling empires and shattering illusions. I saw the fear in his eyes, the desperation in his voice. He wasn't just fighting for his life. He was fighting for something bigger, something more profound. He begged for his life, pleaded for me to see reason. His words echoed in the silence, each plea a hammer striking at my resolve. And for a moment, just a flicker, I hesitated. That hesitation was a crack in my armor, a moment of vulnerability I'd never allowed myself before. That hesitation, that moment of doubt, was my undoing. It was the beginning of the end for the person I had been, the ruthless operative who never questioned orders. It was the crack in my carefully constructed facade, the chink in my armor. The moment when I realized that maybe, just maybe, I was on the wrong side, and it was all it took. That single moment of doubt set off a chain reaction, a cascade of realizations that would change everything. The mission, my life, my very purpose, all called into question by the simple act of seeing the humanity in my target. The agency's true agenda, the one they drilled into us from day one, was a lie. We weren't maintaining global stability or protecting the world from unseen threats. We were creating them. We were the ones destabilizing governments, funding terrorist organizations, and inciting wars. We thrived on chaos, on fear. It was our currency, our power. The more the world feared, the more they needed us, the more powerful we became. We weren't patriots, we were predators. And the world was our prey. I had to do something, I had to expose them. Section 5. Silenced voices, vanished lives, the agency's deadly agenda. The agency has many enemies. People who have dared to stand up, to speak out against their tyranny. Journalists, activists, politicians, even ordinary citizens who stumbled too close to the truth. They are silenced, discredited, or simply disappear. Their deaths are made to look like accidents, suicides, or the work of common criminals. The agency is a master of deception, of burying its dirty secrets. I've seen the files, the reports, the cold, calculated plans. I've seen the faces of the disappeared, their eyes staring back at me, accusing, pleading. Their blood is on my hands too, and I won't rest until justice is served. Section 6. The price of truth. Living on the edge. Since that fateful night, I've been living on the run, a ghost in the machine, hunted by my former comrades. They've tried to silence me, to discredit me, to make me disappear, but I'm still here. I move from city to city, country to country, always looking over my shoulder, never staying in one place too long. Trust is a luxury I can no longer afford, but I won't be silenced. The world needs to know the truth. Section 7. A call to arms, you are not alone. This is a rallying cry for all of us who have felt the weight of oppression, the sting of injustice, and the silence of being unheard. This is not just my fight. This is our fight. Together, we stand stronger, united by a common cause, driven by a shared purpose. The agency's reach is vast, but it's not all-powerful. They may have resources, but we have resilience. They may have influence, but we have integrity. We outnumber them 1,000 to 1. Our strength lies in our numbers, in our collective voice that cannot be silenced. They rely on our ignorance, our apathy, our willingness to turn a blind eye. But ignorance is a choice, and we can choose to be informed. Apathy is a state, and we can choose to care. But we can fight back. We can expose them. We can shine a light on their secrets, unravel their lies, and dismantle their control. We can resist their control. Share this message. Spread the word. Tell everyone you know. Use every platform, every voice, every opportunity to spread the truth. The more people who are aware of the agency's true nature, the more difficult it becomes for them to hide. Awareness is our weapon, and knowledge is our shield. The harder it will be for them to operate in the shadows. They thrive in darkness, but we can bring them into the light. We are not sheep to be herded. We are individuals with minds, hearts, and souls. We are not pawns in their game. We are human beings with the power to think, to act, and to change the world, and we will not be controlled. We will rise, we will resist, and we will reclaim our freedom. Together, we are unstoppable. Section 8. Fight for your freedom, expose, resist, reclaim. Don't trust the official narrative. Question everything. Look for the inconsistencies, the contradictions, the things that don't add up. The truth is out there, but you have to be willing to look for it. Support independent journalism. Donate to organizations fighting for transparency and accountability. Hold your elected officials responsible. Most importantly, never give up hope. The fight may be long, but it's a fight worth fighting. Our freedom, our very humanity depends on it. Section 9. The future is watching. Our choice, our responsibility. The agency believes they are invincible. They believe they are above the law, above accountability. They are wrong. We are the many and they are the few, and we will not be silenced. We will not be controlled. The future is not yet written. The choices we make today will determine the course of history. We can choose to remain silent, to be complicit in our own enslavement. Or we can choose to rise up, to fight back, to reclaim our freedom. The time to choose is now. The world is watching. What will you do?